it's Wendy Cranford. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little box. It's more of an envelope. It's very thin, and on the inside, I have a button back there, and on the inside I have sampler paper of our harvest orchard paper, orchard harvest I should say. And so I'm going to show you each piece. This is some really cute paper, fun for fall projects, autumn projects, stuff like that. And I'm going to be giving away 2 packs of this today. So, not full packs, they'll be sampler packs. They'll be cut 6 by 6 and I'll send them to you in the mail. But I'm going to go ahead and give away 2 of those packs. And this I'm making for an upcoming workshop I'm having to give away as some of my hostess gifts. So let's get started and make this. And the first thing you're going to need is your Simply Scored, along with your diagonal cutting plate on top. Okay, that just pops off and slides on. Then you're going to need a piece of 11 by 11 paper. I'm using a piece of the Orchard Harvest paper. And then you're going to score on the diagonal at 4 and 4.5. And you're going to turn and do this again at 4 and 4.5. I'm going to go ahead and do the other 2 sides. Lines, and I'm going to go ahead and cut away the pieces here at the edges. So I'm going to use my paper snips to do that, and I'll show you the first one, and then I'm going to speed up the video so that you don't have to watch each one. You're going to want to cut, you're going to want to cut on the outside score line. See that one there? And you're going to cut all the way in to the center. And then on the other side, same thing. So you should have no other score lines out here. You'll just be cutting away that triangle. I'm going to go ahead and do that on all 3 sides. Finish with a paper that looks like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold on all my score lines. You should have 2 score lines on each flap. Now we've folded all the flaps, so everything's folded on a score line. We're going to go ahead and use some sticky strip to put our box together. The first thing I did is I folded the 2 outside flaps over, and I put a small piece of sticky strip on this point here to hold these 2 pieces down. This part here is flush with the bottom of your envelope. So you're going to kind of push it up, and the point should come to here, to the bottom of this triangle. And if you press it down, it should stay nicely. The last step for the back is to just add a glue dot to your big button and put it down just like that. And this is tucked under your button, but your button's not glued down. The next step I'm going to do for this is going to be to put together my ribbon on a piece of more mustard. And I'm going to be using a button. This is from our Naturals buttons in the big catalog. I'm going to be using a piece of linen thread. The first step is to add some adhesive to the back of your more mustard. This piece of more mustard is cut at 2.5 by 5 1/4. And this sheet of Orchard Harvest, in case I didn't say it, is 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. Now I'm going to simply wrap. I'm going to put a little adhesive at the top on the front and at the bottom on the front, just to help this hold in place. This is a piece of our cotton ribbon. It is beautiful. I love it. You'll see it in a lot of my videos throughout the holidays because there's so many fun things you can do with it. And then I'm taking my linen thread. I'm going to zoom in a little here for you. Taking my linen thread and I'm running it underneath the cotton ribbon like so. Okay. And then I'm going to take my button and I'm going to weave one side of the linen thread through this linen thread. It's wanting to come apart on me. I'm going to put it through a hole on one side of the button. And then I'm going to come with this one and do the same thing on the opposite side of the button. There you have it. And then by pulling, it gathers that ribbon into the middle and makes a really cool look. Then I'm just going to do a double knot. That will tighten it down and hold it in place. There we are. Then I'm going to use my paper snips and just snip away. Now I have a piece of very vanilla paper, and this is cut at 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. I'm going to use my itty bitty banner stamp set to stamp the sentiment on the front of this, and I'm using Early Espresso ink. I'm using the For You sentiment. You could use any sentiment you'd like. And I'm going to stamp it 3 times going down the center. Now I'm using my Ticket Corner punch. This punch is no longer available. It is a retired item, but you can do the same effect using a circle punch and just punching out the corner. Going back to my Early Espresso ink and using my sponge. I'm going to pick up some of the ink. I'm going to sponge the edge of where I stamp my sentiments. Now I'm just going to add adhesive to the back and layer it onto this piece. And I'm going to layer this onto this piece. And add snail to the back of this one and layer it on the front of my box. So it was very easy, very simple, a fairly quick project, and I will be giving away 2 sets of sampler paper from the Orchard Harvest. Just leave a comment on this video and or on my blog, and I will announce the winner sometime in the next week. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.